Alright, so for my Who Am I Authentically project, I decided to start the first photo slide by showing everyone important in my life so that you get like a kind of meaning behind it. So who is the authentic me? So what defines me is when someone is asked to define Peyton McKissick, everyone's answer would be different. But like I'm the kind of kid that's very social. I strive to be the best version of myself, but I struggle with overthinking, like with beliefs and religion and existence of like a stimulated life. So like in the concepts of philosophy, like I always kind of struggle with it, but like I get behind them because like the biggest thing that bothers me is that we're living in a simulation. Now, is there an essence to me? I believe there is an essence to every single person on this earth. We all have values that make us truly us. And mine is my behavior towards people and how I act. And I have insane emotions, I just try to hide them. And then what does it mean to be authentic? I believe that being authentic is to live the life the way you want to live, not the way others like tell you to live. And I recently started being authentic and living for myself, not others. What is the meaning of my life? So, do I have a purpose? And I do think I have a purpose. My purpose is all the people I live for, and it's the people at the bottom. So it's like my parents, my sister, and my best friend. And I think every person has a purpose. I think if you were to say that you were put on this earth with no purpose, I think it's a very naive statement. And is there a purpose to life itself? Throughout all this class, this question has been asked, and some never know how to answer the question, but like I said earlier, everything we do and everyone has a purpose. We were not just put on this earth for no reason at all. Everything you do is bound to be meaningful, and I mean that the the butterfly effect. Everything you do has an effect, which means everything has a purpose. Like everything is important, and it's just like you can't ignore the fact that you do have a purpose in life. Am I free? Now, this is a concept that we all talk about a lot in philosophy. And, like, what does it mean to be free? And I believe that everyone is free. In the text that we read, it discussed how humans are free and how some fall into burden because of this, because it's such an intense freedom. But I believe that freedom is not a burden at all. We are able to make our own choices and live the life we want to live. I feel like that's perfect. Like, if you were told what to do, the text is saying you would have an easier life, but how would you have an easier life if your life you weren't free? It just doesn't make any sense to me. Like there's no humanly way that we are not free. And how does my freedom affect who I am? If I was not free, I would not be living the life I want to live. Every decision I've made so far to get me here is because I'm free. If I wasn't free, like it just like I wouldn't be living the same life. So how I completed this is, so I've always stuck to my same beliefs. So I went out on this project with everything I live for and the purpose I have. So like in the slides you can see like my family, my friends, like everybody that makes me feel like I have a purpose. It makes me feel like I'm authentically real. If I didn't have that, like this would be a totally different project. Like it would be like, no, I'm not authentically real, but I know I am, and I know I'm free. And I believe that freedom is good because we are truly real people living our own lives. Me and my roommate's lives are different. That's because we both have freedom to live the way we want to live. Like, everybody's life is different. So to answer the question, who am I authentically? I believe I am an authentically real person with real emotions. Like, those aren't fake. Like, the emotions I feel are me. It's my consciousness. Real friends, those friends in me, we became friends because of our conscious and our, like, how we have our thoughts, and it's, like, similar. Real family members, and like I said, a real conscious. Now, all of this is very important because, like, this is to me what shows that I'm real and I'm authentic. Okay, so for my two quotes, I did, and feel grateful to those who have consented to lead the masses and bear their burden of freedom by ruling over them, the Grand Inquisitor. So I'm saying this quote is essentially saying humans will crack under the pressure of freedom, but I decided to use this quote to show that we have freedom, because the text is literally saying we have freedom. So I'm using this quote to say that we do. It just like we are in control of our lives. I do not believe humans have the burden of freedom, but it's an interesting approach. So I use the quote not meaning that we crack under pressure, but like that we do have freedom. And my second one is since experience shows that men are invariably inclined to do evil, there must be strict rules to restrict them. And this is essentialism is humanism. I believe this quote is saying that we are inclined to do evil, so we must have rules to restrict that. But restricting it doesn't mean we aren't free. So, yeah, all those people in those texts did bad things, but like, it's free. Like it's just what I'm trying to show.